Let me ask you this one question. When has anything worth having ever come easy? The more I experience life, the more it's revealed itself as a paradox. By paradox, I mean something that seems to make sense but isn't really true. For example, the idea that if I want to be happy, I should try to find the easiest way through every situation. It will take less pain and work and suffering and thinking, and therefore I should be happy, right? The truth, though, based on my 38 years of life kicking me around, has been quite the opposite. Where I live in the western United States, it's been a long cold winter, more than in the past. There's been a lot of snow and it just seems to keep coming. Because I live in a desert and we're in the middle of a drought, this is great news and I'm thankful, but the reality is that the short cold days have left me wanting to spend most of my time just hanging around in my sweatpants and my favorite hoodie. Something about dark and cold and lots of it has left me paralyzed in my house for weeks. I've moved from cozy to comfortable to cantankerous. There's a popular poem written by Robert Frost, and I've heard it for years, and the last few lines say, "Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." When I read this, I thought, what would my life look like if I stopped running away from things that are difficult? I know where I am after days of sitting in sweatpants on the couch. I feel depressed, anxious, guilty, lonely, frustrated, irritable. You clicked on this video, so you probably know what I'm talking about. Taking just a few minutes to write down my answers to this question has really helped. I created a simple list with 3 columns. If it's something you think that might help you too, I'll leave a free link to it down in the description below. In the first column, I write down what it is that I actually want. I know it seems obvious that I should know what I want, but the truth is that I don't. At least not clearly. I only think that I do. When I force myself to write it down by hand, on paper, it's like the dirt in a mud puddle settling to the bottom until the water becomes clear, and then I can see. I want to laugh. I want to be healthy, to do activities with my kids. I want to feel the satisfaction of a job well done at work. In the next column, I write down what it is that I don't want. Again, I know this seems like pointing at the obvious, but taking the time to recognize the negative outcome of my decisions leads to huge results. Just as we are motivated by a reward for our actions, we're equally motivated by avoiding unnecessary pain. For example, recognizing that you don't want to be injured or possibly die while driving around leads to you putting on your seatbelt. You're motivated by what you want to avoid. This isn't a life filled with fear, though. Instead, this is recognizing that not all pain in life is necessary and trying to avoid some of it. I don't want to be depressed. I don't want to be irritable or grumpy around my family. I don't want to be lazy and not be able to provide for myself or my family. In the last column, I look at what it is that I need to actually do to make the first 2 things either happen or not happen. In this step, it can be easy to write way too many things or try to think 10 steps ahead, and really all that does is leave you overwhelmed and put you right back on the couch, which is what we're trying to get away from. It really is just the next thing that's right in front of you. This really isn't too hard to figure out either, because it's probably the thing that you've been running and hiding from this whole time. Put some pants on and get out of the house. Your kids have been begging to go ride dirt bikes. My 6-year-old son Liam has been practicing with training wheels, and he's gotten really good, but he's at the point now where it's just starting to hold him back, and he's ready to take the next step. At least, I think he is. Yeah, when you don't have a training wheels, it won't do this anymore. It's gonna be awesome. You're gonna love it. Just like everyone else in the world, he's afraid of doing hard things, so he would be perfectly content to just keep those training wheels on forever. My 9-year-old son Carter has been doing really great riding around on flat ground without training wheels. He's moved from 1st gear to 2nd gear and even to 3rd gear, and he's having a lot of fun. He's ready to start doing some uneven surfaces, some terrain, and even some incline and some decline. Again, just like everybody else, he's not thrilled about the idea, and he would be perfectly content just staying on flat ground and buzzing around the house and in parking lots. The good news is that bike is so small and you're so low to the ground that if you fell, it wouldn't be far. Is that reassuring? We're all at our own stages of growth, And learning to just go for it and accept that can be scary.
It's scary.
Yeah, you think you could do it with your feet up the whole time?
Never.
I keep thinking about that one question. What would my life be like if I just stopped running away from the things that are difficult? On my list, I've put 3 different areas that have had the greatest impact on my life. And I understand that life is way more complicated than that, and there's all kinds of different areas of focus and things to pay attention to. But for me, when I keep it simple, that's when I succeed. So that's what I've done. Just keep it simple. Health, wealth, relationships. When you look at these 3 areas, you're probably doing okay in 1 or 2 of them, and the other 1 or 2, you're probably struggling, just like the rest of us. You might be making tons of money, but your extra hours at work have left your relationships struggling and your waistline expanding. Maybe your relationships are blossoming, but your finances are struggling because of all of the activities with friends or the trips with your family. Maybe you go to the gym 6 days a week and you're shredded, but your mental health is failing, you're burning out, and so now your relationships are struggling and your performance at work isn't what it used to be. Whatever your situation, taking just a few minutes every once in a while to go over each one of these areas will start to highlight the hard things that you need to do to bring back balance into your life. However your list shakes out, you're now looking at the things that you have been hiding from and didn't want to face. Congratulations, well done. That's difficult. You just turned something scary into an adventure.
I'm scared.
At least that's how I like to look at it. Trying to convince my boys of this, however, is taking time and a lot of tears.
I couldn't go in the savings like
Hey.
that. I'm telling you, I can.
I'm in the way.
Yeah, I can go. Can't do it.
Learning to accept the painful journey and maybe even appreciate the process is where real joy and fulfillment are found. We're not gonna pout. We're not gonna quit, okay? We're gonna have a good time. We're gonna stick with it. Look at him trusting his brakes. You did so good going down those hills and then going up and having courage and trusting your brakes.
It was hard to get to trust those brakes. Because with past experience with brakes on my bike, they failed me. That's why I'm afraid.
Failure is a process of moving forward.
I thought you were gonna panic. There you go.
Leaning into it is like finally looking under the bed for the monster you've been afraid of, just to find out that it's nothing more than a pair of smelly shoes and some candy wrappers.
It's not a big deal, but it still looks pretty steep.
I know. It looks steep, but it's not.
Yeah, you're doing great. Well, what do you think about going up it?
I might be able to do that.
Yeah, I think so too.
When you finally decide to put yourself out there and see what life has to offer, it changes you.
Look at him go. Boy, good job. Yeah. Woo!
Tears turn to smiles, and you have a new confidence that was born out of the struggle.
Oh, dude, look how far you just rode. Look all the way. That's impressive.
Your mountains begin to turn into hills.
There you go. That boy, yeah. What'd you think?
Easy and yet terrifying.
Right? It's both, isn't it?
You begin to leave behind fear in exchange for curiosity. The world starts to open up to you and reveal its beauty and its spontaneous wonder that you couldn't have ever seen from the view on your couch.
No.
Good morning!
Mind if we drop in?
Oh, not at all! Ideas that were once paralyzing begin to fade, transforming into habits that lead to a more balanced you. Your life is no longer something that you're hiding from. It's become a daily journey now, filled with pain and struggle and curiosity and joy. You were made for hard things. Go live life. If after filling out your list you're still struggling to put some pants on and get off the couch, you might want to take a look at this video.